Hey, hello Leon. Right, we've got some toys and things, RC toys to play with. But let me just turn this off because this fan's... There we go. I'm just going to move these out of the way because I've set up the electronics ready for this. Yeah, well, you say afternoon, Leon. It is dot on noon for me. It's exactly 12 o'clock, so gonna have to wait another minute before I say good afternoon. Yeah, I'm pretty much set up, ready to rock and roll here. Bump. There, so as you're seeing on the screen, so like last time I've got the manual because I'm going to have it online because it's just a lot easier to read with my eyes. So yeah, so we're building, or no, we are. Hey Reggie, good to see you. So we're building another car. So this is my third one. So the first one that I'd done before was the frog. That was for that competition. I built a lunchbox. This one is, there's two cars in life that I've always wanted to drive. And those are a Mini Cooper and a Beetle. I like the new one, but the old style Beetle I really like. So I figured if I never get a chance, let me get the box to it. So if I never actually own one, then that is what we're building. Now I'm not going to do that box art. What I've decided, when I come to do the body, I'm going to do it like a canary yellow, pink kind of colour. And I got myself some flower power and peace stickers. So it's going to be like a proper like hippie mobile. But it's got a 4x4, like four-wheel drive, so that should add to the fun. So I've already prepped some of it. So what I've done from last time, I had my little trays. So I've pulled out all the parts and put them in these trays. I've got my sandpaper. That's for the body though. You got to cut the body out, the wheel arches and stuff, so the sandpaper to tidy it up. I also got, so the way I'm dealing with my RC cars is like this. I bought this from the dollar store, so it's pretty much just a little tub. It looks like a little laundry basket kind of thing, and I put the parts in there that I'm going to build. Then when it's built, I'll leave it in here, and I bought these cheap little whiteboards. So what my thought is, and I'm kind of doing it already, if I take it out and it breaks, when I come back I'm just going to write on the whiteboard, oh, I need to replace wheel, front axle broke, just stuff like that, and then that goes in the basket. And when I come to fix things, I just got to look at the whiteboard and go, oh, okay, I need that, or like, oh, I need to order parts. So there's only a couple of dollars each, and those tubs were $2. It's like $4 per car to have it nice looking, and that's $4 Canadian, just to highlight, $4 Canadian. So in US that's like about 75 cents. Hey Hunter, how you doing? Guess where you're watching from? So I would either say see that it's difficult because you might be at like, there might be a track near you, because even in Calgary there's a couple of tracks you can go to. So, but I would say you're probably in your backyard with your crawler. Which, to keep other people up, I've ordered a crawler from AliExpress. It's only a cheap one, like in US dollars it was like $45-ish for the full ready to run crawler. Yeah, it's not going to be good, but it just gets me trying out a crawler. Then I'm going to start building one from parts, I want to go for 24 scale is the smallest I want to go. 18 I think would be nice. From the baths! I should have remembered that. See, and I miss it, like this time of year, I miss a bath because like it's really hot out there, and so you just kind of a bath because like you'd boil alive. So as long as you're all wet and thinking of me, then that's all that matters. But it's also good being inside because the area I live in, they're doing, I don't know if you do it in the US, they do it every year here, they do a day where everyone does garage sales. And it's like advertised in the community, so everyone's doing garage sales. The amount of fucking retards out there at the moment, driving at like 20 kilometres, like about 7 miles an hour. They're driving down the road looking for like things. They suddenly slam on their brakes if they think they see someone with like a garage sale. I hate to be a Karen, but fucking next year I'm going to email the organisers and say, can you let people know not to drive like a fucking retard when they're like driving? Like it's going to cause accidents because like people just. I went with my kid just now, went to get some coffee and stuff. So creeping along, and also just slams on the brakes. Like, they're not even looking where they're going. They're looking left. You can see, like, the car in front, you can see them doing this. And looking left and right and creeping along. It's like, you're going to cause a fucking accident. Drive, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I'm going to have to be a Karen, I think, next year and say, look, can you let people know, don't be a fucking idiot. But anyway, so I've got most of it is already. So the new things now, I got myself a decent, like this is only still a budget one, but it's got a screen on it. So this is a Radio Link RC4GS. So I haven't tried this yet. So that's that. I've got the electronics already put together. So we're going to test the servo and things like that in a minute. Just before we start building. Then I've got my trays of all my little parts and things. Let's get those two out of the way. And yeah, I bit the bullet and bought the official Tamiya things because I thought, well, like once you build the car, like I'm not going to build many of these. Yeah, me. Hey, Zach, how you doing, man? So yeah, I thought I'm only going to build like maybe one or two, but now I'm getting really into it, so I'm building more. But as my frog broke last time I went out, it's that made it click, and it's like. The tools are not just for building; they're for the repairs as well. When you've got to dismantle that thing. See, these days you've got to look at the the picture that I put up. So if the picture's driving a car, then it's going to be an RC video. If it's slingshot, then it's slingshot. Fun fact, it will work on 2S batteries with JST. Covered in bubbles. No, yeah, is my corn. And on the back, Zach, it's got, I don't know if you can, it says still a freak on the back. So yeah, so I got myself the official tools, and it's because like, even though they look like Phillips head, they're slightly different. So I figured if I'm going to be doing maintenance and stuff like that on these cars, let's get the proper screwdrivers. Because otherwise, I'm just going to like tear out the threads and stuff, and then I'm going to end up just spending loads of money buying spare screws, which of course are the Japanese style. So I'd have to order them from Japan probably, or because I know people say, oh, go to your hobby shop, but this is Calgary. The hobby shops here are not good. They're not terrible, but basically they've got like what's fashionable now. Like if you need a part for a car that's 2 years old, forget it. They're not going to stock it. it's just Calgary, and it's not just that. Like anywhere you go for anything, absolutely anything in Calgary, you just can't get it. Like shopping here is shit. So let's move these away a second, because I've got me a table off to the side so I can put all of my trays. Let's pop that down there. Just doing a little bit of organising. So see, I got these trays ready, and what I did, I wrote the bag notes. When you get these kits, you get A, B, C, D, like all your little parts. So, I was thinking, this table, I'm going to do A, B. C and D. I'm pretty sure I've got everything. So I've got my snips ready to cut bits off. I've got hold of some of this stuff. So thread lock to put on the metal screws to like help them hold in. So there's those tools. I've got my big tub of like white grease. I'm going to move that battery out of the way. Now the other fun thing that I'm going to do in a minute, right there. So if I bring that up, that's actually my cell phone as it is right now, because there's an app for it. Oh, I can actually use it. Oh, look there. I didn't know I could do that. Like actually use from my computer. So we're going to like when I switch the ESC on in a second, just to test things. We're actually going to you'll see what it's like to pair up with your phone, because ESC you can configure from your phone. But I just need two things. I've just got to go and get the paper manual. It's just in the other room, because if you remember from last time, if you're unsure of what part to use, you get the actual part and you lay it on the manual, and it's a 1-for-1 ratio. So let me go and get a. I know I've got it here, but I want a paper one so I can just lay bits down on. There. So what's everyone else up to today? Anything fun going on? As I said, like, I'm avoiding outside because of the garage sales. Just get my hair out the way. Right, so before I start with the tools, let's do this ESC thing. Let me see. Right, so I've just got me a battery 2S. That's connected to my. So this Furia X, it comes as a kit. So you get the ESC and the motor all in one. As you see, they're all colour coordinated with the turquoise. Then I've got my receiver already set up, and then here's my. This is just a cheap Amazon style. I mean, I got it off AliExpress. Just a cheap servo. But let's see how this goes. Right, so we're going to turn it on. Oh, look at that straight away. New device found nearby. Furia X Super 60A brushless ESC. This category is not on your list yet. Add it. Yes. Oh, there we go. I was going to say there's nothing there. So let's select that. Okay, input throttle, ESC set. Right, so right, I need batteries. So apparently like this will give me a good readout and actually tell me on the app like the acceleration and everything. So give me a second, I just need to put batteries in this. Literally only just got it, so. Kira, do you have any AA batteries in there? Can I have 6, please? Oh, hold on, they're out here, Sorry, I just saw them on top of the cabinet. Here we go. So this takes 6 AA's. I got this because as my collection's growing, I figured it's safe having like a controller for every car. I'm just going to have the one controller and sync those to this. Put in receivers. Right, so that's working. Look, if I hold that up, I don't know if that's showing up, but as I push and move that, it's coming up on there. Pop that down there. Oh, and I've got some upgraded shocks when I come to do that. Trying to find the little pin. Oh, there we go, look at that. So, we have that, we can okay, so far so good. Everything's moving and rocking, and so let's have a look at this. Let's have a little play around in here. Change password, temp unit in Celsius. That's fine. ESC setting. So running mode. Right, so I want that forward brake. Like, I'd love to know, because I looked up this ESC, and you've got like forward brake and forward reverse. Like, who in their right mind just wants to go forward and brake? Because like, if you get somewhere and like you need to reverse, you then got to walk up to your car and turn it around. I mean, I guess you could then go into your phone, change it. Oh, now I'm reversing, but like. Forward and reverse I get, you're probably going to screw up your gears I'm guessing after a while if you accelerate and then suddenly hit reverse. But who would change that? Right, so start punch mode, we're going to go soft because I'm still learning. So that I believe means like if I had to pull the trigger, it won't react like that, it won't go vroom and just shoot off, it will build up that power. Drag brake force, I don't know what that is. Max brake force, max reverse force. Put that down to 50. Like once the car's built, we'll have a play around with these settings. I'm just like, I'm gonna look. Throttle mid, I don't know what that is. Cut off voltage. So right, so cut off voltage. I'm guessing he's just going to cut off the power to the battery. So the LiPo batteries, if the power gets too low, then basically they're fucked. They're trash. So that stops that. Thermal cut off. Let's leave it at that. Motor poles 4P. Which that is written on the motor. It does indeed say 4P. BEC output. I don't know what that is. We shall look later. Because yeah, I don't want to be too much in here. Because can I change the name? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. Can I type? Oh, that makes life easy. Right, so this is going in an MF-01X Beetle. Oh, so far so good. Bump. Change password. Of course, I'm not going to leave it as that. Don't be silly. Right, so we shall leave that at that. Yeah, the app's called RC Gears. It's actually pretty neat that I can get to all my things on my phone. But we're going to close that for now, as I say, because let's not get distracted. So I wanted to check. Of course, I wanted to check the things because you don't want to put like the servo in and start like building all around it, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work. Like, so that's my noob lesson number 1. Before you even start building it, make sure all your bits work. It's like going out on a date. Before you go out on a date, make sure all your bits work. Right, so we got that done. Let's get to building. The only bit that's making me nervous is like this table isn't super sturdy. Turn that off. So if I knock it and all 4 of those trays go flying and the bits go flying everywhere, then if that happens, I could either spend like a day picking up all the little screws and everything and hoping that I got them all, or just buy the fucking kit again. And in all honesty, I don't know which one I would do. Right, let's get going. So, oh, and this is a 4-wheel drive. So this, like, I don't know if a 4-wheel drive is going to be harder or easier. I really don't know. Like, obviously there's more to it than the 2-wheel drive. So this is your standard page 1. This is a 3rd kit I've done now. So, yeah, so it's saying your screwdrivers. I've got my kit. I've got pliers, cutters, blah blah blah. Do I have tweezers? Oh, the tool. Do I have tweezers? Right, it doesn't come with tweezers. I know I had them last time. I'll find some. I know I've got some somewhere. Faux show. Right, they're not in immediate view. Oh, and the thing that, if anyone out there ever sees this, and they have contacts at Tamiya, and they're probably never going to do it, but I've found 2 builds out of 3, and bearing in mind number 3 I'm just starting now, a marker. You need a marker pen. Like, they don't have it there, but sometimes there's like, you've got a bit and you know like you're not going to see it or something, and the left and the right are slightly different in orientation. So like you can do a little L or R on bits. So always good to have a little Sharpie, something to mark with. Right, so we've got that. We've got the thing that all the other YouTubers joke about, like the dad beating up the kid because he's an idiot. So it's saying, yeah, do all that stuff. We know that. Right, refer to body part instruction manual for wheelbase. Right, so this car has different wheelbases. And depending on what you're selecting... Right, so this body features an M wheelbase of 200. Use of a high ground clearance setup is recommended. Right, so so I don't get to choose. It's telling me that I need to do the medium. That's what I'm. Oh. So, other thing I got from the dollar store, these nice big Ziploc bags, so I can put things in there. Let's. Here. So am I reading this right? Yeah, so it's not an M, that's an example. So it's saying in there you get this other sheet in your instructions, and if I go to my top, it's saying that I've got an L. So I need to build this to the L spec. Yeah, L spec. Right, refer to body part instruction manual for wheelbase and ground clearance. Yeah, see below for example. So that's just an example. That's not telling me that I've got a medium. Lucky I checked that. I've actually got the large. I'm going to assume that's like a scale thing. If you like got a smaller scale. Right, wheelbase, medium wheelbase, ground clearance is high. Blah, blah, blah. Right, so the wheelbase is from the nut of the front to the back. So basically the chassis is a little bit longer. I don't know what anyone watching this down the future or down the line, I have no idea if, like, what's good and what's bad, like what the differences are. Select wheelbase according to information on body part instruction manual. Follow relevant instructions on page 11 to 13 when assembling. I'm assuming it's a scale thing. So like, I got the 1/10, and like if you got the, I don't know, 1/8, or no, because that would be bigger than like the 1/4. If there's a 1/14 or something like that, then that's a medium. I'm assuming. Low and high ground clearance setting, use different part. Oh, there you go. So it uses different parts. So what does that say on here? This body features an L wheelbase. Use of a high ground clearance setup is recommended. So not used, L2 and L3. Right, I don't know where that comes into it, but so here we go, let's have a look. Charging your batteries. Okay, let's go. Officially starting. Well, I mean, we kind of officially started because I was checking the electronics. So this booklet, I don't know what it is with me, booklet, I always like to look at the end and see, like, okay, what's the last page? I don't know why. Obviously not the last page of instructions. Right, so it goes up to about 39. But we're already on number 3, so Right, so it looks like we're building gears. Don't worry, I'm going to flip to down here so that you can see me actually building. Let's do that now. Let's do Bob. Hold on a minute. Come on, don't tell me I've got a... Let's try this. Let me just set this up again. Just going to add a source. We're going video capture. Right, tell you what we're going to do. Where there's a will, there's a way. Right. So let's have a look. We need to get... I remember why I had one of these trays. So that I could gather what I need right now. So we need BA8. So BA8, and we need 3 of those. It's funny how these images, they look bigger than what they are. Right, so that's that. So we need 1, 2, 3 of those. BA10. That's those large washers. BA18. That's that. So that is that. So there should be 2 of those. Three of these, which there are. Right, so I'm just going to use the manual to measure things up. I'm going to use my nicely zoomed in version here. So I'm going to need a screwdriver. Use suitably sized screwdriver. No shit, Sherlock. Right, so we've got all of those. And right, so we need the gear bits. Oh, and I have bought bearings. What I did, I just looked up what bearings were in the kit, and then I just bought just Amazon ones. I didn't have any of these flashy kits where you can get like, just put in your model name and like, here's all the ones you need, because like they were $60, and just for a bag of bearings that were the right size was like $10. So, guess which one I went with. Right. So what we doing? We're looking at a... I'm going to turn the light on. Oh, that's miles better. Miles better. Trying to right, okay, so we are doing 2 of these. So that's those, and those look identical. Get me grease. Do I have a nickel paintbrush? Or something, I don't know. It's a bit dirty. Right, so note for future, little paintbrush. Let me go get one just for my grease, because I like to smear it on good and proper. Paintbrush. So yeah, this is going to take me a while, of course, because let me turn, I don't know if that's a bit better, but I just turned the volume up on the mic. What tools? So I got, apparently, so Leon, apparently there's 2 kits you can get. There's a red and a blue. I only found this out after ordering the blue one, but I got the blue one. So, yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell you the difference. It just says RC tool set on here. Oh, it's just an extended handle. I'm like, what is this bit? Right, so let's get some of this greased up. so it says, so we're taking 2 of these, we want to grease up so I'm going with what you said, Leon, that time. Remember last time I'd done one of these cars and you said, I asked, like, do you just slather it or is less more? And like you said, less is more. So that's what I'm going with. Hence why I'd quickly run and got this paintbrush, because that goes on there. Go. I tell you what, this really like satisfies the whole OCD thing. And what I mean by that is like, hold on, so we're only building one of these. Oh, because it's a 4-wheel drive, so that will be, it will do the same thing, but I get it. I'm like, why have I got 2 of these differentials? It's because 4-wheel drive, going to need it. Right, so we put a washer in, and then we're putting this in there. So that's that. Then we're going to put in that little star thing. And I'm just going to fucking grease up everything, I think, for this. So, do I? Yep, I do. I was just looking and it's like, do I have another set of all this stuff? And I do. So, yeah. That is right. Let's get that grease all in there. Yeah, the reason I'm using my own grease, because like the Tamiya, they give you this tiny little tube. I'll show you in a minute. It's like this. Like, I'd just be afraid that, because that's the thing. Like, it doesn't give you a guide on the grease. Now, what I mean by that is, to a noob, you're not going to know. Okay, well, on this part, like on this, do I need to use half that tube, a tiny dot of it, like? You don't want to use half a tube and then you get like 3/4 of the way through the build and it's like, no, use another like batch on here, and you're like, oh shit, I've used it all up. So that's that. That's going to drop into here. Then we're going to get this. Yeah. And I know I've already got grease on the other bits, but I don't think I'm going insane with these the amount of grease. Put that there. Kitchen towel. Kitchen towel is needed for a build. Right, so I've done that. Then it's saying to use those 3 screws. I've just got a little tissue here. I'll have to grab some kitchen towel in a little bit. So now it's saying use G3. So I'm going to pop this one in tray B. Sounds like I'm speaking French, doesn't it? Tray B. Yep, they are both the same. Right, now here comes screwdriver part. Oh, I really see the difference. Right, note for any noobs out there that are getting into building, I'm just going to say don't ignore the whole get the Tamiya kit thing. Holy shit, so much easier. So much easier. Like, not just a little, it's like night and day. If you can afford it, get the Tamiya kit of screwdrivers for sure. Because, the other kit I got that was allegedly going to fit the Tamiya, of course doesn't. I mean, it does, but night and day. Oh, like if you're in a country where the tools are like you can go into a hobby store and they've got them and you can just try it. Holy shit. There we go. That's one diff done. Right. What's next? Next is some coffee. There. Right. let's jump back to here. So now we're on this. So we want BA. Yeah, so these are all BAs. But yeah, I wonder what happened to Mr. T. I'm sure if I just look him up, like, he's fine, but I haven't heard from him in years. With everyone fucking dying of late. Last time I knew of him was many years ago, and it was just his voice in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So we want 6 of those screws, which, oh sorry, 3 of them. Yes, so anyone who's, like, I'd love to know people's thoughts on these, like the screw and putting it on the page. When you look at the actual screw and the picture, it's like, no, there's no way that's going to fit, and then you lay it on it and it's perfect. Right, so we want 3 of those. BA-14. Looks like possibly that. Yep. And now we want, it's saying 3 plastic. But we're not going to use those. Because I've bought loads of bearings and things. Because I've done a little search, and at very least, like the cheaper model frames, they all seem to use the same size. So, as I did with my Frog, even though I said I was going to do it like stock, let's match this up. That looks spot on to me, and yeah. So what I'm going to do now is from here, it says 3, so I'm going to take 3 of these and I'm going to chuck them in there, because we're going to use proper sealed waterproof metal bearings. So yeah, these are the ones I got. They're on Amazon. And yeah, if you look them up, like these were, I think like for 30 of these was, I can't remember, like $15. But if you buy the kit of bearings only for that one model that you're building, it's like $60 for the exact amount, the exact size. You can just buy them individually. Like, and now I've got loads of spares as well. Like, you buy those kits, not putting it down, I haven't tried that, they might be these super amazing bearings, but any of those break or something, like, that's it, you then got to get some more. Here, like, I've spent a quarter of the amount of money and got like 5 times the amount of bearings. So let's chuck those back there a sec. Let's have a look what we're doing. Right, so we're looking at, I've got these parts here. This is, and I think I said this in the last build, I wished that they had, like, they've got your little things here, but I wish they listed out the parts like these that you need. Because it's very easy to miss one. Like here, I'd be thinking, oh, A4 there, but then I just noticed it's A7, so you need the other side. So let's look at this A4 and A7. up here. A5, 6, 7. Where's me snippy things? Right, A7. Any more A's on there? Nope. Right, that looks like it says A4. So there's a A4 and A7. Oh look, there's sponge tape. Right, I take it this is sponge tape. I need some scissors. Now, naughty, like, I don't recall scissors being shown on there. Up here, let's just go back a sec, because it says you'll need these. Oh no, it does, my bad. It did say scissors. Right, so give me a second, I'm going to go and get some scissors. Should we flip back down to here again? So it's going to take a little square of that. See, as I go along, next car I do, I'm going to organise better and have like tools that I need and figure it out. So I'm figuring these things out as I go. So it's saying, I always hold it in the, like I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the orientation, how it is on the page. So I got that. Now how do you read this? So do I read the top bit first? So it's saying, right, so it says put a bearing in there. It just looks weird because, like, I mean, my brain, I'm thinking this is a cover, but it's not. So that goes like, right, I see. So on the manual, let me jump back to here. So here on this bit here, it's showing that there's a circle. Now if we look on here, you see there's a an indented circle that side, but if I flip it over it's not there. So it's showing the right way round. This was one of the mistakes I made last time. So got the bearing in, it wants me to do that. No, the other way. Oh, it actually, like, it kind of clicked into place the way it goes. Right, so that goes like that. And it says to put the screws in. So you do have to push it. It makes me nervous pushing in with all this force. Looks weird to me because like it's kind of the same H shape as that. That's why I thought this is going to lay over that to close it in. So it says to do that, then we get our differential, put that in there, then take this right, so first it's saying grease up this. And this is why I got the brush, because I can sort of just pull it off. If there's too much on a bit, I can just pull it off and paint it on somewhere else. If I just paint it across like that, and just go up and down around. I'm actually kind of enjoying like this whole painting kind of aspect. I'm going to a paint night tomorrow night to paint the sorting hat from Harry Potter. Of course, everyone's going Harry Potter crazy of late because of the TV series that no one asks for and no one needs, because the movies are just fine. I don't know why they've done it. Right, now this gets the two bearings in either side. They do kind of fit in a little bit snug. Oh, that one doesn't. So it's saying to just grease that inner one. See, so my house on the road, as I said earlier, there's this whole garage sale parade, they call it. I'm just hearing cars go. I don't know if you can hear it, but cars going by like every few seconds. But I'm sure Calgary isn't like the only place. Like anywhere you go, everyone drives entitled. Like they'll just pull over, they'll just stop in the middle of the road wherever they want, because the world revolves around them in that moment. They don't care about anyone else. Yeah, I'm having a little whine and a bitch and a moan. Right, so I've got those in. It says to put the rod through the middle. Ah, there we go. So that's that. Right, so what's that? That's saying... Gee, that looks like that. Sorry. So that bit looks like that. Two larger bearings, which they give you, which are metal. So it's not saying any grease. So we're going to put those in. It's saying one more of these. Put these in this tray. That's why I've got this tray here. Oh, I forgot a little bit. That little sticky bit of foam. Where does that go on this? Looks like it's saying it goes there. Right, so that was A4, so now we're looking at A2. A3. A2 is here. Right, so let's see what we're doing with A2. We've got A2 like that. We're putting that bearing in there. need another bit of that foam. Right, so it's saying like that, goes on there. Bearing is in. Right, so we're done with 5, so now we're on to number 6. I know that these are those screws, 3 of those, and now we should have another smaller metal rod. This is the only other metal rod, so it has to be right. Other way. Yeah, how you doing, Chad? Yeah, I'll show you the box in 2 seconds. I'm literally like holding this gear in. As soon as I've done this, looks like it, and then give me just about roughly a minute or 2, Chad. I will get the box. It is right behind me. I just want to Right, that's because there's one screw in there holding it. So this is the kit I'm making. So it's the Tamiya Rally Beetle. There we go, got in. So yeah, so the reason for the Beetle, there's two cars, like real life cars, I'd love to own and just never did. One was a Mini Cooper and the other is a Beetle. So as I may never own an actual Beetle, real life size one, I figure get the RC version. And if I'm going to get the RC version, I might as well make it a four-wheel drive rally. Set. So like the last one, I don't think I'm going to finish it today, but I'm hoping to get as far as possible, because on Wednesday night I've got a friend coming over and we're going to be messing around with RC cars. Hence I was like, okay, let's try and get this one built, because then I can use my rally car. There we go. That looks solid. I think that is one of them done. Attaching rear damper stay. Right, so every Tamiya kit comes with one of these little screwdriver things. Right, there's only one thing that looks like that. Yep, so that's those. So those go in the top. So those go in there. Let me flip back to my desk. Yeah, so the way I'm doing it, so this are all the parts that I've just put in a tray, and then as I need them, I put them in here, and then I can work with them. So I only need two of these. And then we need two of these screws. Right, so let's get these two things in. Did you say you've built these before, Chad? Like the Tamiya kits? They are fun. I'll tell you what, they are fun to build. If you like building things like IKEA furniture, fuck that shit. But these kits are fun because I guess with IKEA phone you build it and then it's like, eh. But with this, like, I'm going to build it and then put batteries in it and go racing it and jumping it, and it's a little bit of racing it and jumping it. And that should be the RC song. Need to refer back to this to get the lyrics. I'm racing it, I'm jumping it. I'm fucking mad. So what are you up to, Chad, otherwise today? So the other good thing about me doing like mixing my channel, doing RC, if ever you're wondering, just look at the picture for the video when there's a live. If the little dread dude is playing with an RC car, it's an RC video. If he's shooting slingshots, it'll be slingshot, because I still shoot. I just don't go live because it's so hot. Like, as you know, like I've said, it's so hot in that basement. Sometimes I only shoot for like 5-10 minutes because it's just so hot. I can't do it. So there's no point going. By the time I get the live set up and everything, I'll be like, I'm sweating in here. I should get a fan in here. But here, I've got a big window open right next to me. That's where you can see all the daylight. Because I've got a nice big window. But yeah, I don't shoot as much in the summer now because it's just too fucking hot. But once it cools down, cause it's not like, even if I go in the basement, if I'm shooting slingshots, even if I go in the basement and it's hot and after an hour I'm hot, the thing is when it's like autumn, winter, I can, after an hour, stop the video and I can just go outside and I cool off in seconds. But I can't cool off in the summer because I'll go outside and it's just as hot out there than it is in the basement. So we've got that differential done. Yeah, if you're like on a computer, or like you want to look up the model, I've got it in the video thing. MF-01X is the chassis. There's tons of people that have done it already, but so the actual Beetle. While you're here, so because I said it at the start, so I'm going to paint the body like a yellow and pinkish colour, and then I'm going all like 60s flower power hippie. So that should be a fun one. Right, we've got that and B7. So, note for the future, open up these things and lay them out on the floor, A, B, C, D, so I know which one's which. Because I just glanced at it and I could see there's that part. Yep, I can see a 7 on there. Right, so let's jump down. So I'm here, I've done that bit, I'm now putting this. Always making sure it's the right way because I've made these mistakes. It shows that there's indents in there. So it's showing those indents facing out. The actual part solid on one side, hollow on the other. Oh, no, it goes the other way. Does it? No, it goes that way, so it's smiling. Let's give it a couple of twirls. Just hold that screw there. So with my eyes at my age, tell you what, I feel like I need those. You know, like they got those like it's like the old doctor's scientist kind of things, and they wear like the headset with the big goggles like right in front of their eyes. I feel like I need that. Yeah, so pleased I got this Tamiya kit. That's sort of like I meant the kit of screwdrivers. Because when you got the right ones, oh, it's night and day. Seriously, it's fucking night and day. This side needs a tiny bit more tightening. That's it. Right, so it's saying put all your bits together. Right, let's move this out the way. Let's grab this little screwdriver thing, put that out the way, pop this over here, because I'm now on page something. Right, so we've done all that. We're on step 7. No, we're on step 8. And the reason I've quickly done this is, of course, let's jump back to my desk. I can now measure out and get the right bits. So we've got 2 of those. BA7. So BA3, that looks like that. Oh yeah, I put those in the same one. So BA3. Right, I've got to be careful because BA3 and BA4 are very similar. Just one's rounded and one's flat. So let's put them separate. BA61. That looks like BA7 there. Yeah. I just noticed. So they actually like make it dark grey when it's a black screw and they leave it white for a silver screw. I just noticed that. Yeah, that's got to be it. Let's move that out of the way. Right. Steering speed. everything looks good. The side, because it looks like we're fitting all this stuff now. Although fitting it to what? Because I don't have a chassis yet. Is it just like saying get it ready? Right, yeah. So I'm not fixing it to anything yet. Let's jump back to here. Tell you what, I don't know if like, do you want me to just leave it like this? Maybe. Let me try. Give me a second. Let me see if I can. I put that like that. Does that work better? I kind of like that. You can sort of see both at the same time. Let me, how's that? I kind of like this view. You can actually see like what I'm doing and the manual at the same time. Perfect. Right. Let's take a lookie. So all of that is good. Over here, install batteries, blah blah blah. Switch transmitter to reverse. For steering servo, steering wheel in neutral. Servo neutral. After attaching servo saver, switch off RC units, disconnect connectors. There we go. So we're just fixing the. I don't know why they call it a servo saver. I've got to look that up one day. So it's saying. I'll tell you what, let's pull the servo off of here because we don't need all this motor and trying to work around a motor and stuff. Let's pop that, I'm going to pop that in. Let's just chuck it in that tub. I'm sure we'll need that later. Right, so saying the servo lay it that way. Now, I know other kits it said look this up and only use these certain bits. It doesn't look like that's the case here. That's good. So use P5 and BA7 when using Tamiya servos. P5 BAs. Oh no, that's just the same stuff it's saying. Remove original servo. Right, so selecting servo horn screw. When using other brands of servo, replace servo horn screw with 10mm screw included in this kit. Using this diagram to set the correct screw. Right, so I can do that. If there's no suitable screw, please contact your servo manufacturer. So my servo come with tons of screws and all that anyway. Remove original servo horn screw. Examine screw and determine type. Right, see up here it's showing that one that I've got in other kits, but here it's showing that T-shape one. Does it make a difference? Right, I'm going to go with this. Yeah, so they're showing this one, so let's go with it. That's right, I'm not racing, I'm not competing with this car. Oh, right, hold on. Servo saver gives so you don't strip gears out. Ah, that makes sense. So the little wheel on the end here, so basically I'm not screwing that up so that I can replace the saver. Thanks, Leon. That makes sense now. So that bit gets all screwed up, bent. It doesn't matter if you just buy another one. You don't have to buy a whole new servo. You just buy another, or using a spare plastic bit. Right, I could have sworn that my servo came with a bag of things. Ah, it did. They are over here. So, if you're still here, Leon, what do you think? Going on what they're showing here, so in this top picture, they're showing to use the one that comes with the Tamiya kit. But a little bit down, they're saying like use like this wing one, which I have in this little bag. Or doesn't it really matter? Yeah, servo horns are cheap compared to servos. My servo for SCX was 100 bones. What does that mean, 100 bones? Or is that a typo? I don't know if bones is a term for something. Right, yeah, that's fucking enormous. It's like... yeah, that's stupid. I'm not fucking putting that in there. I'm going to assume that all of this, like servos, because a few servos I've got, they all come with like this big bag of things. I'm going to assume that these are just generic, because they don't know if you're using this for a robot, a car, or whatever. So I think they probably just send you... oh, bones is dollars, alright. Yeah, this servo, it was like $20 Canadian off of AliExpress. So I know I joke, but that's probably about $12 US for that. Yeah, let's chuck those to the side. I'm going to use the bit they say, which is B14. That's the one. Let's bring this back. That's that. And then it's saying that mid one is either 5 or 6. And they look exactly the fucking same. So let's get 4, because that's a definite. Are they all exactly the same? 5, 6 and 7? It looks like they are. Like I'm looking at these bits, like these 3. They all look exactly the same. So I'm wondering if like they're just giving you basically 3 as like use 1 and spares. That's what I'm going to assume. Because unless there's minute differences, they all look the same. Let's do the, I think, yeah, because I needed a dot, yeah. I remember this from last time, that P1 at the front. Because I missed that, I think, last time when I built the frog. Not entirely, like I noticed very quickly, but... because it was only a little circle, I was like, where the fuck is it? Right, so we've got all our bits now. So let's see, on the servo it's saying lay it on the side. The first bit goes on is that. Then after that goes that ring. The ring looks same both sides. Then that bit. And I do remember from last time it said it won't be perfect. You do that with your trim once everything's done. Then in goes that. Ah, that was all of those screws. So now I've got a... if I pull all of that off... right, so that one goes in nicely. Let's try the others. So does that one. That one does not. That is just something weird. So it looks like I can use only one of the first 2. Blue screwdriver. Da-da-da. I know this isn't the bag that they came in, but just for now. So I think that means I can take these 3 screws and I'm just going to put them on the table to the side, just in case, but I think that's saying that I do not need those. That looks way too big. Where's my little X thing? Right, I see why they've done it that way round. Don't put the servo saver on before you put those screws in, because you can't use this to turn it. Let's lean over this. Blum, blum, blum. Yeah, so that's too big. So the hole on the servo saver is not big enough to put those in. And that one looks the same. Okay. Well, okay, well, there's issue number 1. Does that mean I will have to use one of these? So I probably could use that. I wonder what they do, like what are they for? Because they give you these. I wonder if there's another thing with a servo saver in it. B14. Me thinks maybe Right, so these things are the same. What number does it say? B14. Right, so that's definitely not it. Ah, found it. B14. That. So let's see. So that goes. These go in this. Yeah, look at that. That goes straight in. I do. On the Frog, I never had this bit. It was just that straight into the servo. That's why I wasn't expecting it, and it was confusing me. So it might be a good, like, next time I build a car, I think what I'm going to do is literally go through the manual and get all the little bits that I need for each section, not just the screws and that, but actually cut the bits off the trees and then have each one like in a section. Because I think that will make it easier. Because I can do it like while I'm watching TV or something like that. Because when I come to build it then you're just literally grabbing each one. So I could probably 3D print some, like what I've got here. That's what I'm thinking of, like this purple tray here, but obviously not this one, have like about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if it has 8 sections, 8, 16, 24, 30. So I need 5 of these to probably be able to get all the bits in. They don't have to fit in perfectly, but as long as they're sort of laying in there, and it's like, get that one, get that one, get that one. Yeah, I think that's the plan for the next car I do. Cut the things off the trees, put them in sections, so literally it's just like grab that, put all those bits, grab that. I'm not like grabbing trees and hunting for bits. Anyway, right, so we've got that. That screw out, pull that out, get those off. So that bit I don't need, so it's saying get that like that. That bit still goes in there. Ah yeah, so look, that slips in there. So you got like a little lip bit on there. There, and you got the slot there, so that slots in. There. Now this little plastic fucker that nearly ran away. Oh fuck it. I keep forgetting and turning things over and nothing's actually stuck to anything. So like that. So that is now. Let's do this. So then my servo's like that. I wonder if like the ball, right, because the frog, it had this bit and you kind of get like these long rods and you thread all the rods through there. And I thought it was going to be the same. So these Tamiya kits, like they are quite different. This one, it's probably going to have like a little, it's a ball and hinge kind of thing. I see now. I have been enlightened. Right. Let's just move down on here a little bit. I like this because now I don't have to keep going back and forth and you can see where I am. Right, so now let's plug that in. Just because like I've moved it and that. If my experience is right, the reason I'm doing this is so it can zero. There we go. Hey, we have a little steering servo. And you know what I've seen some people do? I'll have to look because then I can get like a thing put there and I can put my cell phone on the front or like GoPro camera to film me. Probably cell phone because then I can go live and drive. Live and drive! I hope I remember that. That's going to be a great name. Like when I actually like get out there and properly and now with a decent stuff. Going live and drive. Yes, I don't know if you saw the beginning Leon, but that's what I'm using. It's the Furia X by Sky RC. So this is a 2300 kV. I believe that's the equivalent of about a 19 or 20 turn motor. So not super powerful, but it's brushless, so it should drive nice. I do have another one of these sets that's got a 4700 kV. I don't know what I'm going to put that in yet. So let's put these electronics to the side. Let's get this tray and just put those in there because we don't need those. And let's see where we are. Let's move the battery out of the way. And I have lost all my batteries. I know that's crazy, but I mean, I was rushing, looking, but I can't find them. I've got like about 6 different batteries for like cars. Can't find any of them. Anyway, where are we? So we just fixed up the servo. Yeah, see, so that you can already see it on the next page. So it's got like those arms, the ball socket for the steering. The little video camera, yeah, is it DCI, something like that? I think I've seen it. Like tiny little thing, and it films in 4K, and it's like tiny. I've seen a few people with them, like they put them. There was one guy, Discipline RC. He's a Canadian, like in the East Coast, and he'd done his car and he put the camera on the inside. So like while he was driving, it actually like looked like, and he had like the goggle things on. So he was actually like doing his RC car, but he was like looking out the windscreen of his car because his camera was tiny. Right. What do we need? Right, so let's get our A tray again. Right, the thing I'm liking about this so far is all BA. The frog, it was like, even on the first step, it was like you need these screws from BA, you need these screws from BC. Like, it was all over the place. Right, so that looks like those. So that's 2 of those. BA7. I was just trying to see if they're like, they look all the same. I think there's just 4 there. How many do I need? Oh, I need 4. Oh. What do I need 4? I mean, I'm going to find out, obviously, as I go along, but at the moment I'm thinking, why do I need 4 of these things? Oh, of course. 2 go on the wheel, like the one goes on the servo, the other end is going to go on the axle thing. Of course you need 4. An axle has 2 ends, like that, and then you need like, so you've got your left axle, your right axle, so the whole front axle is in 2 bits, you need 2. That's why you need 4. Yeah, makes sense. Pop. Oh, my garbage is all over there. Right, so that's that. Oh, I remember these bits. Right, what I am going to do... Sorry, a little bit ADHD, but... while I'm not using this grease, I just want to close it up. Oh, I was going to show you earlier, like the tube of grease they give you. Like for the amount of gears and bearings, like that's it. Let me think of a comparison. Right, so here's a tube. So 0.2 fluid ounces. So roughly the same. So it's about 0.2 fluid ounces in here. It's like, oh, here, 3 grams. But that's for the whole car. That's why I think I've got this. I use this grease for 3D printer and other things. It's like just white grease. But yeah, it's just like what I do. I don't bin them though. I keep them because what I'm going to do when I go out anywhere driving cars, I take a tube of it with me because then if like in the middle something needs a little bit of grease, they come in handy for that. So that's not to say they're not useful. It's just to say that I lack confidence that there's enough. Right, so we got our 2 bars, we've got those bits. Right, so I'm going to go by, so I'm going to try and only use the manual to measure bits up. Otherwise, so we want to put those things on here. tissue. Roll it up like that. Right, does it give a measurement? It does. So let's get them on. Let's get them going. Right. I wonder, does that... I'm going to guess, as everything else is to scale in here, that is 17, it's saying 17 millimeters. You see here? I'm going to assume that they do it in the manual so that it makes life a lot easier. So have you finished work today, Leon? I know sometimes you work Saturdays. Are you all done? Because it's like 4 o'clock-ish for you. So I'm almost certainly not going to finish this today, so there might be another video tomorrow. But I'm still got plenty of time yet. But I'm probably not going to finish this today. Little bit more. One more turn. That is probably as close as I'm going to get it. Do I need to do both? Yep, make 2. So odd little thing like where you have to read. So make 2. I mean, obviously you have to like, read over the instructions, but that's what I was just looking for, making sure that it says like, I have to make both of them. So that's 1. Let's pop that there. It's a little bit of me wondering if a little bit of grease would make it go in easier. Right, that's turning that. Got home around 1-ish. So 1 to you is 11, so 3 hours ago. Yeah, don't forget, Leon, let me know about going live for like slings. I'm absolutely more than happy. As long as you let me know like the day before, not going live in 10 minutes. Like, as long as I've got a let me know, maybe like at least the night before, just so I'm going live tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Not to say it's a no, but if it is that case, but it just makes it easier if I'm just prepared. Check that. Still got a ways to go. Oh, that's a lot easier. About 3 more turns. There we go. There's 2. Right, yeah, I don't know if, because I know you popped away for a bit, I'm liking this view a lot more. What do you think? Because I'm probably going to be, I've still got a Hornet to build, so there's definitely going to be at least one more build. But I like this view where you can see what I'm doing and the manual at the same time. Does it, I mean, does that work for you, or like a bit bigger on one side, or what do you reckon? Or anyone who's watching, jump in the chat, let me know, does this look good, like this view, so you can see what I'm doing and the manual at the same time? Yeah? So both, like, that's roughly half and half, like, that's good, like, shouldn't be, like, make one bigger or one smaller, that's good view. I like it. Yeah, to me, the only thing that's weird is I'm looking at my monitor on the thing with the instruction book. It's only like half of my screen. The other half is like my desktop thing that's just blank because it's the software that's making the camera on the other side. I'm not seeing my camera on that screen, so it just looks weird. It makes me want to like maximise it, but if I do that, it'll go all weird. I'll figure something out though. I'll see if I can actually do that somehow to make it easier for me. But anyway, let's see. We now clip that onto the servo. Let's bring all the electronics up. So we lay the servo like that. One. See, because I think you missed like the very, very beginning of this. This is a 4-wheel drive, so there are going to be differences to when I done the Frog to this. I don't know how much different, but yeah, this is a 4-wheel drive model. Hence, it's going to be so, like, I'm hoping it's going to be so much fun with a brushless motor in there. I could get like 35 miles an hour, I'm guessing. 35 to 40 with that. Doing that, like I'd take it over the field and like over, like just generally a little bit of rough field, grass, mud, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's pop that out of the way. So we've got that servo on there. Right, Tamiya TSU. Ensure that servo is fixed in the centre. Right, so we need this B1. We're still in the B. Yeah, we're still in the BAs. So Tamiya, I know Tamiya, you're watching my video because I'm so famous, but you get the thumbs up on this manual, like having everything at the all the BA stuff. So it makes life so much easier. The Frog, please look into that. That was a fucking nightmare. Oh, you need, step one, you need 3 screws from bag A, 7 screws from bag B, a washer from bag D. Like, it was all over the place. That's why I got all these trays like printed, because in the end it was just like, I just got nearly every bag open within 3 steps. Anyway, right, what are we doing? We're getting B1. Is that it? Yep, that's it on the end there. Right, so we've got this. Right, so it's saying I need 4 of the BA5 and 4 BA6. But do I? Or is this one of those other where it's either BA5 or BA6? Hold shaft securely when attaching adjusters. Tapping screw, washer. Ensure the servo is fixed in the centre. So that's saying BA6 to screw that on. I'm not being blind. Where's BA5 being used? So it says here BA5. I'm not being blind. Oh. So here, yeah, the next step. Right, so what's going on here? Let's have a read. When using other servos, adjusting height. When using B6 or no spacer, when using, yeah, but when do I use a spacer or not? Did I miss something? When using other brands of servo, replace servo horn screw with tenor, blah, 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 using this diagram. Yeah, so we've done that, but here, attaching rods, we've done that. Hold shaft securely. I did that last night. I don't like, it says here BA5 and BA6, but it only shows BA6, but then it's saying BA5 if you use a spacer. But why would I use a spacer? Like, how do I know if I need this spacer or not? Ah. Right, I see. So we got like that. Then this spacer thing is like that. Right, hold on. So that like that. Then like that. So it's saying that from where? From there to the top of the bit needs to be 24 mil. Where is it here? Let's get the orientation to this right. So that's like that. And they're saying that goes that way. Oh, what if that's too big? Because all of it's saying, let's make sure it's right. So it's saying from here to the top bit here. So effectively it's saying from there to that under lip there. I wonder if that's a problem. Like, that's too big. As in, the manual is saying, oh, use a spacer, but without a spacer, it's too big. I think I'm just going to have to put it together and figure it out afterwards, because there's not much I can do. Like, it's like it won't screw down anymore, or will it? Let me see. Maybe it might have shifted a bit. No, that's like way off. I don't like if I keep screwing it, I don't want to break it. Yeah, so that's as far as it'll go, for sure. So I know I've now got to recenter this, but that's the smallest it will go. And it doesn't say what to do about that. Attach servo to B1 so position is shown below. Yeah, I'll just have to see. Having a little think. Let's just recenter that. Down here. I have to just live with it and just hope that for some reason it doesn't need to be exactly that, because I can't do anything. Can't do anything about it. Right, anyway, let's focus, let's move on, and then I'll cry later or tomorrow. Right, so we need BA6. BA6 are these ones. Nearly running out of these things, hopefully. We're nearly at the end of BA. Right, so let's make sure we get this the right way round. So, thing like that. Like that. Screws in at least. See, this would be one of those parts putting together where you'd really regret it later on if you put this bit on back to front. Tell you what, one downside about this is you can't put this into a drill bit and just make doubly sure that's right. Thing is moving away. Yep. They are magnetic though. Tell you what I may do, I may go get, because I've still got my other set here that isn't perfect, but it's going to make this a lot quicker. officially this house is haunted. Because I've got like a pack of like 5 or 6 batteries that have disappeared, and my whole tool set has disappeared. Like, not to, like I have like this little hobby tool set, like a little power screwdriver thing. Like, it's nowhere. Oh well. Back to the manual then, I guess. It's just a pain in the arse because this is awkward to do. It's a shame because it was like, if I had my power thing, it'd be like done. Right, let's have a look. Been at it for 2 hours. Oh yeah, nearly 3 hours now. As I say, it goes slow because I haven't built many, so I'm figuring it out as I go along. I might leave that because like this is really tough. Not leave it for good, but hopefully I can move on and do other things until I find that drill. Because as I say, it would be like done. But it's really tough otherwise. Just glancing around. Nope, it's definitely not around here. I literally had it in the living room yesterday. Can't find it anywhere. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can put this to the side. No, so it needs to be screwed in completely. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll call it here. And maybe I'll set up another live tomorrow to do more. But yeah, like it's really, really tough getting these screws in. So let me find something. But thanks for everyone who joined and everyone who's watched. Jonesing to get parts for my build, but it's on back burner till I get caught up. Well, you should do a live, Leon. I'd happily watch, like if you're building stuff, because I want to learn how to build a crawler. Like that one's next on my list, so I'd love to watch. But yeah, let's call it for here. If I find my drill, I may sort of try and do a bit. But yeah, I don't want to leave everyone just staring at a blank screen while I try and figure this out. But I really appreciate everyone who's watched, everyone who's joined, and I'll set up. As soon as I find things, I'll set up a video for tomorrow, and we'll carry on.